All right, 653.2. That includes the F1 filter in there. Now let's measure the weight of the filter. Okay, clean filter looks like 73.2. Just as a reminder, the brush roll in here, this machine is an aftermarket CWP brand, and also the belt doesn't really ride quite right because of that. So if for some reason you ever hear like a motor wind down, you will hear a squeak, and that's just what I have to deal with. I do have a homemade pre-motor filter in there, which takes this machine right now down to about 86 CFM. That's still very, very high. The F1 filter and of course bins completely clean, and I do have a foam insert into the front wheels in order to make the vacuum even moderately pushable on my medium pile carpet. Due to the outrageously high CFM density, it's over a 4, and that actually means more than 4 CFM per cubic inch of that rug plate opening. So that's pretty high for a small lightweight machine like this. Away we go. Cool off. So the exhaust from right there blows up when you have it reclined at a certain angle so high it can literally disturb stuff several feet off your floor. Hilarious. Wonder what else it's going to actually blow off. I'd say we got some pickup. How you doing, Rosie? right, here ends the whole house carpet cleaning, and I'm really interested to see what this thing picked up. Not necessarily the amount, but the general contents of it. You know, how much fibrous material versus how much fine dust, how much carpet, how much of my actual carpet is actually in here, if we can make that kind of a determination. One viewer in a previous video left a comment, said, well, you better make sure that there's a premotor filter in there, basically implying that it's going to be used. Meaning the F1 filter, right, under, I don't know, my vacuuming conditions, under normal vacuuming conditions, something like that, will somehow allow a bunch of debris to blow by and go into the premotor filter. So let's check that out first before we weigh everything. So here's my homemade premotor filter, and let's take a real close look at that. Let me turn my flash on. Even more light. All right, let's see, how close can I get? Okay, look at the sides. Now this is the back. Let's go back to the front again. Back to the front. Do you see anything? Honestly, I'm looking closely at this, and I don't even see one speck of anything. So you come to whatever conclusions you want to come to, but I'm not going to use this premotor filter. And whatever measurements we got with this, I probably need to go and measure everything again, because this was kind of restrictive, you know, 15, 16 CFM or so. And this is, I mean, geez. Yeah, there's nothing there. There's just nothing there. So I'm well aware that I don't have a whole lot of fine dust in my house. I just don't. And maybe if you vacuum up a lot of fine dust, something will somehow slip by and go into the premotor filter. But in this case, I'm just not seeing anything, so I'm not going to use this. And just in case you think that the main motor inlet housing somehow has a bunch of, you know, dirt in it, clean as a whistle. I mean, there's just nothing there. Not a speck. All right, these are going to be preliminary results. So this is just going to give us a general idea of what this machine can do. So we started out with 653.2, and we're up to 660.9 minus 653.2, and that gives us 7.7 grams of stuff. Don't know exactly what type of stuff we have. Haven't taken a good look at the dirt just yet. We're going to see some of it in a minute, because I have to take this bin apart. So since I know now that I can throw this away, I mean, literally, I don't need to use this, this test is going to be repeated again. So don't take those results as being the absolute best that this machine can do. So let's see here. These F1 filters have always been very messy. Just trying to knock some of the big stuff off, because you know all of it's not going to come off. It's going to make kind of a mess. So let's see. The filter started out with 73.2, and now we're at 74.23. And the filter has gained about 1 gram. Now, obviously, you can kind of see what's in there. So you certainly have plenty of fibrous material, and there's certainly some fine dust in there. I'm going to do what I can to try to separate that from the filter. Obviously, blowing it out does the best job, but then I can't collect it on the paper. This is honestly mostly fiber. Gee, what a surprise. Okay, so let's take a look at the fibrous material first. That big ball of stuff. Almost 5.5 grams, 5.38. And let's put in the medium dust that's there. So, well, kind of like about 1.5 grams or so of medium dust. I really don't see a whole lot of fine dust. I mean, a tiny little bit of fine dust in there. But you know, when I go to blow this out, it's going to make a big poof. So you know there's more fine dust in there. But not bad. So I'm going to redo the whole house carpet cleaning. And I won't make another long video of it, but I'm not going to use that premotor filter. So we have the full 100 CFM, and based on my airflow box measurements, I think we're topping about 100. So that's tremendous for a machine such as this. So overall, I think it's actually some pretty nice performance considering how old the machine is and the condition it's in. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more.